Welcome back to my video. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the Air India Flight 171 Boeing 787 crash. This it, it's sad. It's really sad. Now, if you don't know, Air India Flight 171 was the route from Ahmedabad Airport to London Gatwick. This aircraft was a Boeing 787, and you can see there is a lot of news over here, such as Wikipedia, CBS News, Flyware. Now the thing we are going to be seeing is the Air India Flight 171 flight tracking and history. Here is the tracking. As you guys can see. So this is the flight that they are actually want to go, but sadly after the takeoff, the Boeing 787 Air India Flight 171 it crashed. Now we're gonna go another tab. So you can see just immediately after the crash, you can see here a lot of image of the wreckage of the Boeing 787 Air India for the flight 171. Like for example, here's the APU, the tail it's it's really sad to see this, cause it always wonders me how does a modern passenger jet like the Boeing 787 will crash. I mean, the Boeing 787 is a modern passengers jet because the engine that the Boeing 787 used, also known as the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, by the way, used the General Electric 1000. And this aircraft was received the certification in August 2011. And so the engine that this Boeing 787 Dreamliner uses is the Trent 1000. Yes, this engine is pretty modern, but the thing is, yeah, you can like look at this Trend 1000. Yeah, looks it's pretty modern, but we are gonna be looking at the footage for the Air India 171 crash right after the takeoff from the um, Ahmedabad India airport. You can see here. You can see which is the cursor that I'm pointing right now. There you go. This is just this is very sad to see. Immediately after the takeoff, the plane like crashed and then boom, like a fireball. It always wondered me what could have caused this crash. So basically, I on the Guardian.com. I don't even know what the Guardian.com is, but let you know that this is crash video. Let's go on this. What you know so far about the Air India Flight 171 crash? And before we like go into some stuff, this is like I think this is like the wings. It's pretty sad to see this. And for example, here it is. British man has no idea how he's survived. I Is that India or British? Right, let's click here. So here's the video of the passengers of the I mean this is only one survivor that survived the crash for the Air India 171, by the way. We can see here, which is this guy, the white shirt guy. Thanks to the Guardian for posting his feedback. Anyways, here is another video of the. Yeah, I think this is. Yeah, this is. I think this is like the first ever footage of the crash. Look at this, the Boeing 787. The thing is that their landing gear was not up because we know that after the takeoff, the pilot will say positive rates, gear up. But for this one, for this Aero India Flight 171, the landing gear was not up. I always wonder what happened. There you go. Quickly turn into a fireball. Now, a lot of people say that from this footage here, a lot of people say that they see a rat, also known as the Ramat turbine. So let's see if we like saw that here. Let's see if we like saw any like Ramat turbine on here. You see, I cannot see it clearly because the quality of the camera. But if you guys don't know what Ramat turbine is, let me search it for you guys, mate. Ramat turbine, also known as okay, aviation. What is Ramat turbine aviation? So basically, this is a small turbine that is installed in an aircraft and used as an alternate or emergency hydraulic or electric power source. So in here, do we see any Ramat turbine? Like because the quality is not that clear. So hold on, let me go to YouTube real quick and show you guys a video of how the Ramat turbine. Actually, let me show you the image. Let's go to image. And here is the example of the Ramat turbine Boeing 787. Here is the Ramat turbine look like on the Boeing 787. Yeah, I mean it's not that big, but the Ramat turbine sounds really loud because yeah, it's like a turboprop thing, but yeah, that's like I said, the Ram aero turbine is really loud. But in this video, do we hear like any turboprop spinning? Like, let's listen in again. I don't know if the audio like works, but yeah, you can see here they're playing the 787. See under there, but yeah, this is just pretty sad to see. Now, in my opinion, it might be a stall, a dual engine failure, or even a multiple bird strike. But let's scroll down here a little bit, mate. Man is the sole survivor of the London-bound Air India flight. You can just read this. And this here, Vishwas Kumar Ramesh, who was in 11A of the flight. So basically, let me type in here 11A seats Air India 171. Let me click like any random image right here. For example, this one. I don't think you guys can see this. Let me like. Alright, so here is the 11A, the one that I am pointing right now. Now the 11A seat is the nearest seat to the emergency exit, so the survivor might have like escaped the plane using the emergency exit. That will make sense because the 11C is the nearest to the emergency exit. So, oh wait, you can see the 40-year-old British national told the newspaper he was returning to the UK, United Kingdom, where he has lived for 20 years after visiting in India. Another brother speaking outside the family home in Leicester in East Midlands. Sir Ramesh had no idea how he escaped. Yeah. So here is the title. The survivor, which is the what's the name again? Which was Kumar Ramesh was sitting in 11A. You can see that 11A is the nearest to the emergency exit, which I put it here. And here is the area of like where the plane crashed. So here is the area of the plane engine, which is on top of the apartment building, and here is the site of initial impact. So the plane crashed in this area, which is 100 meters. Well, looking south, looking northeast. Just look at this. This is you can see here the APU, the tail, and then the like, all the stuff. And then alright, so for example, I click on this image of the Ahmedabad airport runway. There isn't like any. Okay, there is this. Thank you for whoever posted this. Okay, how long? Ahmedabad. I don't know spell it. I don't put. Oh, my in the world. Alright, but alright. I don't even know how long is the runway for the 2-3, but yeah, can see here. Now, in my opinion, just like I said earlier, this might have been a stall, a bird strike, or even a dual engine failure. Because in this, like back to the video, we can see here the angle of attack, also known as the AOA, the angle of attack. If you guys don't know what that means, Look at it, just like boom, pretty. Look at the angle of the jet. It's just, it's so terrifying to see this. Look at the angle of the jet. But it is not also that we can see that Boeing 787 has a very much wing flex. This year we can see this wing is very much wing flex. Very much flex in this wing, for this wing. But another thing here, we can see that the flaps are definitely not down. Because if you know that before pilot take off the aircraft, they set the flaps to like down for takeoff. But in this footage, we cannot see the flaps going down. We can see the flaps is only up, which is why it crashed, I think. Now, just like I said, there isn't any like answer to this of like how in the world like how do this modern passenger jet, also known as the Boeing 787, that was received certification in 2011, just crashed in 2025. I mean, it's a really modern passenger jet, but it crashed. This is also known as the first ever fatal crash of the 787, but at least one passenger survived, also known as the Vishwas Kumar Ramesh. But this this is just sad to see this. Just like I said, the Air India Flight 171 take off from the runway to 3. But I will keep you guys updated. Like I will post another video of this investigation, trying to figure it out what could have caused this crash. This is a modern passenger jet. But yeah, this is the end of the video. I will try my best like to figure it out what could have caused this. I will study more what could have caused this crash for the 787. This is a modern jet, guys, and it's a fatal accident in aviation history. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Bye bye.